Make no mistake, ladies. They did not send us because they thought we could do it. We are here because they are sure we cannot. When there is no male, there is low morale. This is our mission, and we will not fail.
Wow, I could really get into that movie right now. How inspiring. That was a clip from the upcoming Netflix film, The 6888, inspired by true events in our history, okay? It tells the story of the first and only Women's Army Corps unit of color trying to serve overseas, not trying, serving overseas during World War II.
Yeah, the film was directed by Tyler Perry, and it honors the unsung heroes who broke barriers and, of course, made history. Here to share her experience bringing this powerful story to life, actress and dancer Kylie Jefferson. Welcome to Houston Life.
Thank you so much.
And welcome to Houston. You moved here just in July.
Yes.
We hope you are acclimating quite well.
I am.
Before we talk about the film, I want to talk a little bit about your history. You started dancing at just 4 years old.
Yes.
By 6 years old, you were accepted into the very prestigious Debbie Allen Dance Academy. Fast forward to today, you're in this incredible film, which is getting so much buzz. You told me during the break you feel like you're in a dream, like you're going to wake up from this dream. What is this moment in your life like?
All of the people that I grew up looking up to are in my grasp all the time now, and it's literally like, wow. I'm always around people that I can learn so much from, and it's just amazing. It really is.
Just to kind of echo what Derek says, we've been seeing some of the clips from the movie. Everyone is like, when does that come out? We can't wait to see it. Everyone is marking their calendars because it's a story that we should have learned in school, but we did it. And now we're like, okay, we want to see what this is all about. When you were picked for this role, how did you feel? How did you learn the news? Were you surprised? Were you not surprised? How did it come to you?
Miss Debbie Allen called me and she confirmed everything, and I was like, okay, I have to be getting ready to film for next week. So I had to just hone in, start my Pilates, start working out and all that good stuff. But as far as the story is concerned, none of the cast knew anything about this story. So once we started to look at the script, we started to do our own research. It was astonishing that we did not have this information in our history classes when we were in high school or even in college. So I think that that's why this film is really important, to be able to show through our craft and our art form history and to teach. It
is a story that we've heard before, right, where our history has been wiped away. Particularly, I mean, women are disproportionately more likely to have their histories not even acknowledged, particularly women of color. When you got into this process of hanging out with the other cast members and when you're on set, can you describe to us the feeling and the gravity? I mean, it must have really hit you to realize this is a story that is so critical, it's so important, and you get to be part of its being told.
I think it really helped us reestablish ourselves as women, as human beings throughout the entire process of filming. I mean, we really just bonded together in the same way that you see in the film in real life. And like, those are my sisters. We have such a great time. And I really feel like playing Bernice Baker personally really helped put the pieces together back for me.
The cinematography that we're watching right now, it looks incredible. I love a period piece. I love the different, you know, the different uniforms that you guys are wearing.
Oh my God.
Tell us about Bernice Baker, what you can.
I can tell you that before enlisting into the military, she was a dancer. So I can tell you that much.
There you go.
She's very similar to my personality. She's a little bit of everything. She's very disciplined. She knows how to be quiet and focus and get down to it, but she also knows how to have a great time, and she just wants to help her country.
And you got to do a bit of dancing in the movie as well.
Yes, I did. That was so much fun. Ooh, it was not easy, but we had a good time.
And describe to us, when you're shooting a scene like this, this must take a lot of rehearsal.
Yes.
What was that process like, and how much time did it actually take to be ready for those cameras to roll?
Anytime I wasn't filming, I was in rehearsal.
Wow.
Okay, when you work with Miss Debbie Allen, you have to be on it. Okay, she's one of the hardest working people I've ever come across in my entire life. So luckily, because I grew up working with her, I knew what was expected of me, and I already knew how to show up for rehearsals and things of that sort. So it was great, and I feel like the little girl inside of me just really got to thrive because I was doing my first movie with Miss Allen.
Well, let's kind of go back to that, the little girl that,
Yeah.
you know, started dancing at such a young age. I mean, everything that you have done has really it's led to this moment. Tell people about your background, just from a young age.
Initially, I was too young to audition for the Debbie Allen Dance Academy. The age requirement was 8 years old, and she loves telling this story. Someone comes in and she's like, Miss Allen, there's a little girl that wants to audition. And she's like, okay, well, let the girl audition. And they're like, but she's 6 years old. And she said, well, my name's on the building, child. Let the girl audition. And ever since that moment, I'm telling you, yeah, right there. She goes, Kylie Jefferson just walked into the studio. Her hair was pulled back in a bun. Her first position was perfect. And I just knew we had to have her. And that's like I love when she tells that story. And I mean, that's like, what, 20-something years later?
Wow.
That right there. So it's just been amazing to be able to have those experiences with her. That was at the Emmys when she was honored. It was amazing to be able to do that. I mean, she would bring all these famous people to the studio. And when you're younger, you don't really know who Debbie Allen is. Like, you don't know the legend status.
Right.
And as I get older, she just gets cooler and cooler to me.
She is a legend.
Yeah, pretty
and
cool.
So kind. And coincidence that not too long ago, Debbie Allen was seated in the exact same space
I love
you
it.
are seated right now. Kylie Jefferson, the film is called The 6888. What do you say we take a quick commercial break, and we'll be back with Kylie when Houston Life returns right after this.
Awesome.
All right, we are back with dancer, actress Kylie Jefferson. Brand new film, The 6888, which drops on Netflix tomorrow. Is that right? It starts streaming. It's got to be so exciting to be on the eve of this big project, of course, that is dropping. Please mark your calendars for this and watch it. If you're just joining us, so Kylie was chatting about growing up in LA, dancing with Debbie Allen, and now you're going to be on the screen, which is so exciting. You have a really interesting reason why you came to Houston. You weren't planning on moving here, but surprise, it happened. How did it all unfold?
Originally, I came over the summer to visit my family for a few weeks, and I was offered a position to choreograph for the University of Houston's dance department last semester, and they really liked what I was doing, and I was offered an official position as a ballet professor for next semester.
Huge.
So, yeah.
Oh,
congratulations.
Thank you so much. I've been having a great time working at University of Houston.
Oh my gosh, the Cougs are everything. We support U of H fully.
I love it.
And so how does that feel to be in this role? Because you are someone who has all these great mentors around you, and now you're going to be in the mentorship role. How does that feel?
It's amazing. At first, I was so nervous because I was like, do I have much to give to them? Like, I didn't know what I was really coming into. But
I think you do.
Yeah.
I think you do. Just, wild guess over here.
But as soon as we, got to work, the girls were just amazing, and they had all these questions, and they just wanted to work with me, and it just made me realize, like, wow, I actually do have a lot to give, and it has been so rewarding in so many ways.
Kylie, you know what's interesting about seeing this video and even seeing the photos? We just met, and I didn't know about your background until now. There you are with Debbie, of course. You are unmistakably a pro. It's unmistakable, the way you carry yourself. I mean, are you planning on, in addition to being a professor, will you be on the big screen, on the small screen, still doing some of these acting roles?
I want to be on every screen, all the screens. Everything that comes my way, I want to show up for it.
Wow. So just some of your accolades. You have choreographed music videos for Schoolboy Q's Chopsticks featuring Travis Scott. You've starred in Netflix Tiny Pretty Things. You produced and wrote a documentary about your struggles and achievements within the dance community called Kylie. You're just ready to work. What can you tell us about those projects?
As you said, they're like all in different parts of the entertainment industry. And let's just say once I was called to do these jobs, I had no real experience in those fields at all. So I had never choreographed before when I was called to do chopsticks, but I was like, okay, well, let's just lean on the ballet training and let's see how that goes. I was actually an assistant for an executive at this huge agency at the time. So I was like, hi, I'm calling to connect the call. And I'm like, 5, 6, 7, 8, like
No
at the
way.
same time. Yeah, he let me work from set, thank God, because it was like such a cool opportunity that we were like, let's make it happen. And I mean, Tiny Pretty Things came along, and I wasn't even gonna audition because I wasn't really dancing at the time. And I was like, well, girl, you're skinny right now, so we might as well give it a shot.
You like to be busy, don't you?
I like to be busy. I like to work. And the acting aspect of Tiny Pretty Things, I kind of had to learn on set to that capacity. So I spent a lot of time being quiet, observing the people that were around me because I kind of had to, right?
Right.
And when Kylie came along, I was kind of bored. And a friend of mine, Sterling Hampton, he's the director, he called me and he was like, let's do this. And I was like, okay, cool. So we just came together and it all soared. Wow. So I just like to show up for what comes my way.
All right. Well, brand new
Love
Houstonian actress and dancer Kylie Jefferson, thanks so much for stopping by Houston.
Thank you so much for having me.
And guys, don't forget the 6888 movie premieres tomorrow on Netflix. My calendar is set. And if you see Kylie around, you give her a big Houston welcome. You know the It shows love, so you got to show her how H-Town loves our movers and shakers.
That's right. We're glad you're here, Kylie.